All right, I am Jeff Kimura, digital marketing, and this is,
I'm Michael Weeda, a corporation specialist and resident business road.
and welcome to the Business Road Podcast.
Cheers. Cheers. We've got I picked up the Sam Adams Fall Pack today. So there's 3 different beers in it. And there's the Harvest Hells. That's one.
Hells yeah.
There's the Oktoberfest. I'm a big fan of the Sam Adams Oktoberfest, so give that a shot.
Like a good beer fest.
The one we're drinking right now is the third one. It's called Jacko. It's a pumpkin ale. Not terrible. It definitely tastes the pumpkin.
Yeah, it tastes like a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, it does. It has that little cinnamon flavor to it a little bit, but too sweet, though. Not too sweet, just a little bit of spice. No, but today what we were going to talk about is niching down your market, right? When it comes to marketing or creating your avatar, going after the business owner, it's like the ideal business owner to go after for your services. And you worked with me on my ads for a while, and one of the things you kept telling me to do was niche down, and I kept resisting because what we like to do as business owners is say it's for everybody, right?
Yep.
So for me, I'm thinking, okay, well, I sell business credit. I show people how to get the most out of their corporation or LLC. Everybody needs that if they have an LLC. And while that might be true, it's hard to cast that wide net and capture everyone because you're competing for all that attention, right?
Yep.
And what I learned from you was, if you niche down, and I started going after specifically truckers, because I said, all right, these guys, they have money. Some of them have a rig. Some of them have 2 and they hire another driver. I specifically started going after truckers because they're seeing the same business credit ads that I was putting out there, right? But what it did by niching down, and I want you to talk about this more, but one thing I noticed specifically by niching down is I stood out to the truckers because they go, here's a guy, I've been seeing all this business credit ads and I know I need it, but here's a guy that actually knows the trucking industry and has helped other people in the trucking industry. I'm going to reach out to him. So by niching down and creating an ad that speaks specifically to the hot buttons of a trucker and knowing how they want to expand, how they need to expand, and knowing what some of their challenges were with getting business credit were, then they were more likely to come after me as opposed to the other 15 business credit ads they saw that day.
Yeah.
So that was a major win I resisted it. You kept telling me, well, no, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. And even if you can help everybody, it's important to niche down. I want you to talk about it a little bit more. I want you to, tell me about your experience and what else it does from a marketing perspective besides what I just shared, because I know it does a lot more than just that.
Right. Yeah. So, it's funny, even marketers deal with the same problem. Like, this is something that when I first started my agency, that I talked with my business partner / cousin, we're a family run agency. Like that. And yeah, we're like, marketing works for everyone. Everyone needs marketing and everyone needs leads. Everyone needs sales. And the only way to get people is to do marketing. So we could go after everyone. But that is probably the biggest mistake we ever made, because the best way to think about it is marketing is complex, but also is very obvious. Like, it's very, like, if you're street smart, so you could pick up marketing pretty easily. And the one saying that always comes to mind when I think about niching down is a friend to everyone is a friend to no one, right? So that, like, if you try to be everyone's friend, you're not actually getting deep in with someone, actually understanding that person, understanding their life, so we could actually bring value to each other, right? So that's the same thing in business. Like, if you're trying to get everyone, one, you're going to need a massive budget to go after everyone, because the only people who go after everyone are big companies like Coca-Cola, who have like $100 million budgets. But
You didn't have $100 million budget?
yeah, just when I worked with Extra. Oh, yeah.
I forgot you worked with, so that's right. You worked with Acura. They hired you to do their marketing, right?
Yeah, so I worked at the agency that handled Acura's, all the media buying.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yes, I think that's a good point. You're paying more per client if you're going after that wide net, or if you're going after everybody.
Yeah.
And then if you get to the point where you actually outbid the Coca-Colas of the world or the Acuras of the world,
Right.
then your cost per lead is so high anyway. You're not doing yourself a favor unless you're selling a high dollar package, right?
Yeah.
So niching down, continue with that, because that just blows my mind on the profitability too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, to be quite frank too, and this is another marketing concept, 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Read that book if you're actually interested. But no one's going to be Coca-Cola. Like they're just too big, they're too strong. They have too much money. You can't beat them. You got to find a different way in. But and that's actually a reason why to niche down, because you're trying to create that blue ocean for yourself. That group of people that you're going after, that there isn't any competition. So that, for one of the concepts, blue ocean. Two, it's if you know your avatar and you know their pains and you know that their dreams and you know that what they fear, you could create creative like images or videos, or you can write ad copy that speaks to them directly. So the point where they're thinking like, oh my God, this person knows me so well. The flip side of that is you just write something broad and you're like, okay, this is another Google Ads marketer hitting me up through email that I don't know anything about. But if I go, okay, hey, you're my avatar, you have a business, create business, you're struggling with X, Y, and Z. These are the things that you're afraid of. Then I come in with my landing page, with my advertisements, with my ad copy saying like, hey, I know you're feeling X, Y, and Z, and this is how we solve for those problems. And this is exactly our methodology, and we have it figured out already. Then you're going to pay me. You're going to pay me to help you, and you're going to pay me lots of money to help you, because there aren't very many people out there like me that can do that for you.
So I know you're dealing with this problem versus going out there saying, do you need more leads? Do you want to make more money? Do you need more customers? Right? That's how everyone else is doing it. And you're going directly to some other problem that's more specific and related to that business.
100%. So like, if I go, hey, do you need more leads there? I'm like, well, fine. Like, everyone needs more leads. You're selling a scam. You can't give me more leads. If you can't even be niche down enough and talk to me in the way that gets me excited, what makes me think that you could do that for my business, right? As a marketer. But I just created a landing page to go sell my services to electricians, right? And that one is really targeted of like, hey, we know that if you're between $100,000 and $500,000 in revenue a year, your phone's not ringing enough. You're getting bad leads on Angie's List on Yelp, and you want to be able to scale and grow so you get out of the day to day. So then you could build a business.
You're speaking their language. So like, okay, because they're still going to jobs and bidding jobs at that level, aren't they?
And they're like, we don't want to do that. That's what there is. So like, cool. So if you want to do that, you need marketing, you need a scale. But then if I know if they're 500,000 to $1 million in revenue, they have recruiting.
You have a different problem.
Yep. Their problem is, hey, I want to make sure I have enough money to keep my crew busy. So it's like, okay, well, I have marketing to figure out how to keep your crew busy. Like, is that something you'd be interested in? Then obviously they're going to say yes. And then the 1 million to 5 million, they're going to go, hey, I want to scale. I want to scale predictably. I want to figure out how to get from $5 million to $10 million, $20 million. Now I want to plan how to get there. And like pretty much what's your media mix to put that all together. So we go, okay, cool. You want to scale predictably. You need to put top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. You need to put this much budget here, this much budget there. You run the numbers and this is what it looks like. This is your predictable plan to grow. So it's just speaking to different people to where they're at, and then they're actually want to use it.
So how did you get, because, it makes sense when you say it, but if I were in your shoes, if I'm the marketer, this is what I think is going to help other entrepreneurs that are listening. When I look at this and go, how did you know that the problem of someone from 100 to 500 was getting themselves out of the business, from 500 to $1 million was keeping their crew busy, and then from above that scaling? What kind of research did you do, or how did you pick that up?
So you want the old school way or new school way? So new school way is, hey, ChatGPT, what do they need? So,
and old school way was what? Talking to electricians and researching independently?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's surveys. Being a secret shopper, talking to electricians, knowing the market, knowing the business really well. But for me, I've gotten pretty good at ChatGPT, like with my prompting to where I know how to get the information that I'm looking for. Because I can give me the broad strokes that it gives everyone. It gives me very specific and detailed, because I ask you very specific and detailed questions, for one. Two, I've trained algos so it knows me and my business and knows my personality. So it knows the way I think at this point. So the third one is I trained ChatGPT to think like the expert marketers that I look up to and I respect. Like basically I've said like, hey, this is Alex from Mosey. Like he has a lot of content online. Whenever I ask you a marketing question, look up all his content online, formulate an answer and give it back to me. Like, here's Russell Brunson, do the same thing. A lot of content. Here's Dan Kennedy. He's like the guy before Alex Ramo's knew before Russell Brunson. Like, look up his content and put it all together. Give me a good answer. And honestly, it's gotten a lot better after I've trained the algos. Anyway.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So what are some other benefits to niching down besides the ones we just talked about?
Honestly, so the key to marketing is crafting an offer, a service, and a message that solves a problem so good that it creates so much value so that the person decides, like, I cannot go with anyone else but your service or product. And in order to do that, you have to niche down. You can't do it by not niching out.
Interesting. So that just resonated with me, where you're tailoring your message, but also your products and services. So it might even be the same service, but it's the way you package it and what label you put on. For truckers, it's, I could say for the wide net for just any entrepreneur is, hey, would you like to grow your business? Would you like to expand? However, if I'm speaking directly to a trucker, would you like to purchase another rig? Would you like to get to 10 rigs? I can show you how to do that, right? Versus, somebody who says you want to grow your business, they hear that 10 times a day. They're like, oh, this guy knows what I'm talking about. He knows exactly what I want. I'm trying to get another rig so I can hire another driver and I can expand my business that way.
Yeah.
So it's a message and it's the same service just being delivered on a different plate, so to speak.
100%. Yeah, it's all the wrapping. All marketing is the wrapping. If you look at products, a lot of products are the same. It just serves different avatars.
Okay.
And for you could even take it a step deeper. Like, okay, why do you want 10 rigs? Oh, you want to make $1 million a month? Well, it's like, well, I know your business enough to where 10 rigs is going to make you $500,000 a month. You actually need 20 rigs. In order to get 20 rigs, you need this much business credit.
Here's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is not only, and I can add art to it. Say, you need this much business credit, but then you need to do this and this and this, and it gives you an ancillary service that adds more value, that further puts that nail in the coffin for them to hire me versus someone else.
Yep, we call that upsells.
Okay, good.
And then you go, okay, well, you're gonna need someone on a continuous basis putting this stuff together. Then that's continuity offer. And then you
Get them on a subscription somehow, right?
the best model in the world is insurance. Because that's a subscription model where they don't they're not even giving you a product, they're just giving you peace of mind.
Yeah. And most people don't shop around, so they know they need it, so they just let it renew every year.
Yep.
Yeah. So only crazy serial killers like me will actually shop it around sometimes.
I think it's important because they know that, kind of like internet too and Spectrum. They know once you have it, you're not going to shop around, so they're just going to keep raising the price.
Yep. And people will. I mean, every 2 years I change. You get the reduced one, come back, and I throw it to them. Hey, I'm going to change. Nope, sorry. And then when I call to cancel, they offer me that lower rate, but I've already got the new one hooked up.
Oh yeah. See, Mike is like the 10% that has to do that.
Yeah.
Most people, they've done enough testing with their offer to know that, okay, if we increase it 20% every year, we'll lose 10% like Mike, but actually we'll make 10% more.
Yes.
So right. So his work is there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to hang out with me either.
But it's all math at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So don't take it personal. You're just a math number.
Yeah. I mean, that's true in most of those larger companies, isn't it?
Yeah. You're just a peg in the wheel, you know?
So to recap, niching down, it will make you stand out when people see you. You're like, oh, he understands, my issue, and he understands how to build business credit in my example for my industry, right? And so that they're more likely to contact you. Second one is, it sounded like you save money on the marketing because you don't want to compete with the big boys. So if you're niching down, you're saving money on the cost per lead, it sounds like. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the cost per lead goes down the more you dominate your market. So if you go after everyone, you're not dominating any market. You're just throwing a bucket of water in the sea. But if you find a small pond that pays you and you dominate that and everyone knows you, then all of a sudden your cost per leads are crazy low because you're just getting a lot of referral business at that point. So dominate market.
Yeah. And then there was a third reason, wasn't there? The messaging and all that, the naming of the services and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, just tailoring it to their product. And the best way to think about it is just think about life, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I have this friend that doesn't give a shit about anything I'm saying. He just kind of sits there, doesn't really get to know me. That's a service level friend. You're a service level business if you're going after everyone. But if you go, okay, I know you so deeply to the point where I can solve all your problems, I know all your problems, you're gonna think that I'm like the best.
They go, I feel seen.
Yeah, I feel see exactly. That's exactly what you want them to feel. And you can't have them feel that unless you niche down. And then if you can make them feel that, then you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I like it. Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? Niche down, try it out. Don't give up and see what happens.
All right. Well, being a business rogue is looking at the rogue side of business and going against the grain. And niching down is definitely going against the grain. Let everyone else compete in that red ocean, where they're trying to outbid everyone else, all the Coca-Colas out there. Be a rogue, niche down, and really learn the problems in that particular market that you're going after and blow your business up.
100%, Cam. Can you have said better myself? All right.
Till next time.
All right. Thank you all.